Welcome, welcome. I didn't push a button. Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back into the Nexus Gaming Series.
Prepare for combat.
Division A matchup on the left-hand side. It's slow to start with a Yrel, Sylvanas, Johanna, Anduin, Orphea, and we've got Thanks for Checking In on the right with your Rhaegar, Chromie, Lunara, Diablo, and Dahaka. We got a little Twitch gamble going on for all of you right now. There is going to be a level 1 pickup for Orphea. She's going to be going into the Mind Devourer, or not the Mind Devourer. She's going to be going into the Growing Nightmare level 1. And the quest has hit 3 enemy heroes with a single cast of Dread Eruption. So, gambles up for a few minutes here. Will she be able to finish this out by the end of the game? Your mom is 30 seconds behind. I would hope not. She's currently traveling today. I'd hope she's not behind at all. I don't want her to miss her plane. Another date, another chance to bleed channel points, yes. Why don't you F5 your stream, Baha? I did. I did. That is the secret to it all. The 0 day being displaced by Valk Slays, Big Condemned from the Johanna, Xenochrist getting dragged by Poppin' Fresh, and no kill on either side. As Fenrir is chunked, but will not be taken down. Lunara, Chandaro looking to maybe step in here, but needs to find their rotation. Xenochrist was zoning a little bit, so moves down towards bottom lane where the allied Diablo is. Okay.
You think yourself worthy to wield the
So I'm just double checking audio stuff since I am using those different headphones, making sure that's not changing anything on your end. And I think everything sounds like it normally should. I do believe it should. It all sounds like it normally should. If you F1 your stream, you'll always be zooming. Okay, alright. Cleanse from Rhaegar, Psychopants making sure that the Diablo will not be taken out, or at least CC to any sort of destruction.
Inherit the Dragon Knight's power.
Alrighty. And we got good odds on that level 1 questing talent for Orphea. Still have another few minutes to get a gamble in. We're doing 5-minute gambles now. Gives everyone a little bit more of a window to gamble, because I feel like some people, it takes them a little bit longer to get to that option, or maybe they need to refresh their streams, or they just don't see it in the 2-minute window. Either way, Siege Giants in bottom lane colliding here. Not much siege value into the fort front gate currently. Diablo looking for an angle onto somebody. What's up, Tessa? Good to see you. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all having a great Wednesday. Chromie with a little bit of that Time Walker's Pursuit for vision to the enemy's side. Continues to supply vision on the enemies for 4 seconds after that initial 4-second reveal. If, of course, you have to reveal an enemy. That is a level 1 Lightning Caller, or Storm Caller for Rhaegar. So he is trying to build up the stackage. Orphea does go down. Still no stack for that level 1. And real big dill. Oof. Almost getting pickled right there. I don't know why Chromie Sandblasted that, but that's where we're at this morning, and we'll keep going with it. 0 day on top. Lane is going to be able to have Sunshrine Channel. Johanna is going to clear things out around the bottom, but looks like Diablo is going to delay things here as he gets the Shadow Charge in. No overpower. Wants to make sure that the channel goes over to Valk, and will be able to do so. Fire Stomp out as well. Soul to Flame level 4. Picks up maybe a soul. Didn't see if it got any there. But that level 4 does supply some soulage for Diablo as Johanna activates the Iron Skin. Chastise from Anduin does not pick up a stack on his level 4. Did go into the Piercing Light. 10 stacks are available. Of course, those stacks add spell power. Spell power correlates to your healing. Chromie damage poking at the fort front gate here. The camp is going to be mostly cleared out except for the mage providing some spell armor. Those inside that circle. Xenochrist stepping in. Does have the Subdue level 4, but no Subdone. Valk getting a little low here. 300 HP or so. Real Big Deal does not continue to chase. There is some return fire from Chromie that zones back the Sylvanas. And bottom lane held by the members of Slow to Start and Taper Off, and top lane 0 day attack actually will be able to grab this. Unfortunately, I don't think anyone's going to get the Dragonite in mid lane because Dahaka is going to immediately land a drag onto Anduin, but he's still here to harass and delay out. Fenrir, I'm gonna need you to throw more E's. Condemn from the Johanna to set things up. Anduin throws out a Chastise, but no stack. Still gets the root. Yeah, I've got just about everything ready to go for my family to arrive. I need to make a bunch of bacon, which I know is a weird statement, but I make a bunch of bacon and they just have it for the week for their sandwiches and stuff for skiing. That's kind of what we do. I need to go to PT, I need to make bacon, and I need to do a little bit of laundry. That's about it. That's all I gotta do in preparation for them. And all of those can be done while having a beer. Except for the PT part. That part. Are you an oven guy for mass cooking bacon? No, I'm a, I use a large pan. You know those pans that have, I can't really think of the right word for it, but there's one that comes to mind and it doesn't sound correct. You know the pans that have the ribs on the bottom of it? You know, it's like ribbed for cooking? They have like those raised, like, it's not like a flat bottom pan. It's like, it's got like raised grooves or whatever. Trojan pans, yes, the Trojan pans. Ribbed for your cooking. But I have a big pan for that, and that's what I always use to cook bacon. I just do it, I can usually do, like, I can usually finish, like, a big package of bacon, which is, like, 2-ish pounds, in about almost 3, like, 3 full pans on that singular one. Nice shadow charge onto Xenochrist. We'll be able to find a secondary kill here for the members of Thanks for Checking In. Orphea does have stackage on her level 7. Mind Devour, Light Bomb from the Anduin, connects onto Diablo's Tolls. The Ancestor Healing will supply some extra health and some traded heroics in this moment. Yeah, what I'll probably do is I'll probably throw a bunch of bacon on that pan and then go play Final Fantasy for like 10 minutes. And then check on it, and then probably flip it and do the same. 5 stacks on Jahak. Oh my god, I can't talk today. On Dahaka's enhanced agility. I'm trying to say the words of the next sentence. Oh, goodbye, Real Big Dill. I don't see a world where you make it out of this one alive, especially when Dahaka lands that drag. So, a third kill over to the side for Thanks for Checking In, who are looking fairly strong here in map number 1 of this first best of 3 of the day. Today we've got casting and Final Fantasy for all of you. Final Fantasy original, not the new one. Flat bottom pans. Pans with spurs. We cook bacon. Flat bottom pans make the world go round. Right? That's the quote. I believe that's Elton John said that. But with the lead currently, it looks like Yrel's going to try... Oh, wait, hold on. Light Bomb goes out in bottom. Falling Sword from the Johanna, looking to chase down onto Lunara. Wailing Arrow as well. Apocalypse activated by the Diablo, trying to create some space. Orphea throwing more Mind Devours out. Valk gets some good healing off of that Fire Stomp. Healing reduction applied by Xenochrist as Dahaka brush stalks into bottom. Lands the isolation onto Orphea. Diablo wiggling his way in, trying to find this Orphea. Fenrir will have that isolation expire, the Ancestor Healing onto Valk, and that's the end of our bottom lane engagement. Meanwhile, in top lane, Yrel gets more than half of a fort. Yrel gets nearly the whole thing in top. Dahaka's made his rotation up here. Real Big Dill with, I'm assuming, black arrows available, wants to confirm this fort in top lane, reduce Dahaka's sustain or safety because he doesn't have the well, nor does he have the fort to retreat to push back Yrel. So now Dahaka can be pressured quite heavily in top lane. Solo lane matchup moment there. 94 stacks for my brain. I was going to say Dahaka Rhaegar. Dahaka Rhaegar with his level 1 Stormcaller. 94 stacks out of... Is it 250? No, it's 300. Okay. Dahaka, though, in his level 1 is enhanced agility, and he has 7 out of the 10. And 1 Piercing Light for the Anduin, no Subdone for the Johanna, and of course our little gamble we have got going on, no level 1 for the Orphea yet, or at all. I don't know. I don't watch the games ahead of time. Light Bomb, Falling Sword, nice combo, finds double. Chromie times out, Crushing Jaws from Orphea will be activated, a Black Arrow from, or Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas will be thrown into a few backline members. Xenochrist has the isolation applied to them. Condemn looking for the subdue, doesn't get it, only hitting 2, and it's actually Dahaka. Lands the drag, Chromie has the damage, and it's a 4th kill of the game. Now Orphea is in a bit of trouble, and Sister healing onto the Diablo. He's stuck in these slowing sands as Rhaegar bites the butt of Yrel, but she's got her Ardent Defender activated. Eats up a little bit of that damage as help. Chastise onto the Diablo, and actually, did it connect or something? I don't know, it seemed like it got cleansed out, but I heard no cleanse. I saw no animation, and it is on too short of a cooldown for it to be that moment. So it must have just been shy of hitting Valk or something. Either way, Arlu getting a little bit low here, wiggling their way towards the fort front gate. Sylvanas providing a lot of good sustained damage. Arlu does not go to the beach as they're able to double back and avoid the sands of Chromie as a kill. I didn't know Andrew Tate was in FF. No, he's currently in a Romanian prison where he'll hopefully rot and die. I hate that dude. Well, Orphea's almost done with her level 7, but that's not the gamble that people are hoping for right now. 4,500 to 7,400. Not too bad on a first gamble of the day and our first best of 3. We're doing at least 2 best of 3s today. At least 2 best of 3s. If we can hit a 3rd, we'll hit a 3rd, but we're aiming for 2. Uh-oh. Oh, it was the level 7's completed. The level 1's still not done. I thought she got it right there as the enemies were charging in, but it's not the case. No triple hit yet for the Orphea. I was convinced. I convinced myself it was there. Also, Lard asked it earlier, but yes, I am very excited for tomorrow to be Pi Day. I'm getting a pizza, as the pizza place my family and I really like is closed on Wednesdays, but that works out perfectly because they'll arrive tonight. I'm gonna make them cheeseburgers, and then tomorrow when they come back from skiing, they'll bring pizza. So I get to stream tomorrow, and pizza will be at. I don't have to go get it. Oh, tomorrow's gonna be a good day. Falling Sword from the Johanna with that Light Bomb applied. Tunneling Claws from Dahaka. He tried to throw an isolation, but he got put on a 10-second cooldown from that big Condemn. The Ancestor Healing coming through. There also will be a massive Wailing Arrow, and oh my god, could you calm down? Slow to start, then taper off, doing quite the opposite of their name, almost finding the pentakill, but Chromie Slice will not die. A limousine with a pizza? I mean, it's not a limousine, but I get to hang out with my parents, so yeah, it's kind of like it. Pizza pie is more than acceptable for Pi Day. I mean, I feel like you can have any pie on Pi Day. Do you want to have a chicken pot pie? Go for it. Any pie is good on Pi Day.
The flame cleanses all.
What's up, Zero Day? So good doesn't even need a level 1. I do know, I have casted your team in the past, and I think it was actually last week when I casted your team in one of the games. Fenrir got that level 1 done within like the first minute or something like that. And I don't know the results of this game, so I made that gamble, and I was like, please don't finish it until the gamble's done. Please don't. Like I was like, because I have seen Fenrir get that triple hit within the first like couple minutes. Falling Sword, Light Bomb, Chromie times out, Psycho still hit. Condemn, Subdue, Slow. We've also got that reduced healing as well, and god dang. Slow to start, then taper off.
Blue team has
Will
destroyed
be rocketing through the later game here as they've taken down all 3 forts on the enemy side, and they're knocking on a keep front gate with a Dragonite at 60-ish%. Chromie dead for 35 seconds. Sylvanas Black Arrows activated. Condemned from Johanna, she is pulled into the keep range. Those Black Arrows will be thrown onto the keep. The Ancestor healing onto Diablo. Valk is okay for the time being. Hit with a Chastise by the Anduin. Dragonite still getting some decent damage here. Gonna get a kick onto Lunara, push her away a little bit further. Dahaka split soaking in the top lane, currently trying to push things up as the keep will be lost in bottom, but it does not look like there is going to be an attempt to end the game. Zero Day doing a double back there, not to go for core, but I think throw another Flame Breath out for the minion wave. Any circular food is good enough in my eyes. I would agree. So like lard, if you get like a wheel of cheese on Pie Day, does that count? Donuts are circular. Pancakes are circular. Crepes. Waffles. Oh, man. The options are limitless. All right. Time is circular, so you can eat a clock. You've got to eat at least 1 Pyradians for it to count. Oh, blast! No, 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 no! I saw the ad for that, and I no joke like retched. I dry heaved when I saw that ad. Oh, looks horrible. Can't believe that's real. By the way, Orphea's gonna go for something we don't see very often at level 20, and I think it's superly undervalued. Engulfing Oblivion. Crushing Jaws reduces the armor of heroes hit by 50 for 3 seconds. Takedown reset its cooldown to 5 seconds. Okay? 50! And it's armor. Not physical, not spell, it's armor, which is both. That's just this it's a good setup tool. We do not see many people go for it. It's usually trade at 20 if I'm not mistaken. Meatballs? Meatballs are great. They're like 3D circles.
Become the Dragon Knight and claim vengeance for my family.
Anduin has top shrine for the time being. We'll see Sylvanas using Haunting Wave just to get away a little bit faster as it's 5-4 in kills here in map number 1. The members of Slow to Start then Taper Off have rallied and have made a case to make this a map 1 in their favor, as they did kind of struggle's not really the right word, but they definitely had a rough start to this game and had to fight back into this position. But that mid lane fight, I think, was the big turning point. Like, that was the crux. That mid lane team fight, that was the quadra kill, where Chromie almost died as well and Diablo Souls were reset. That was the turning point in this game. If that fight doesn't happen, I don't know if we'd be looking at the same situation. But of course, we are looking at this situation. It's the thing in front of our eyes. Dragonite working on mid lane keep, bottom lane pushing in. Orb.
That beast is not.
There was a double attack right there. Well, I guess it really wasn't double because I think Dahaka was burrowed, but close, 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 close. Isn't the lowest armor can go 25? I don't know, you tell me. Because Diablo just had a minus 50 next to his armor right there, as the tooltip says minus 50. That's like when someone argued with me that Greymane Cursed Bullet can deal damage to vehicles when it specifically says it does not deal damage to vehicles, or percent-based damage. Someone once tried to argue that, and we literally showed it on stream, and they were like, yeah, I don't know about that, though. Diablo's able to Hellgate away. We do have a dead Orphea. Jump in from Urel, 0 Day with a Righteous Hammer. And a dead Dahaka. We have Diablo No Souls as well. Urel jumping in. Chandro, sorry. Ardent Defender, once again eating a little bit of damage, but it looks like with a turn of tables, Lunara will also go down, but that's going to be map number 1 going over to the side of Slow to Start, then Taper Off as they 10-5 in kills. Nicely done. What's up, Kyle? Bahamut Gaming, Greymane Cursebella can one-shot low health pool heroes. God, Kaimo, I'm going to slap you. No more bird photos or videos for you. Probius' speed boost is one of the saddest speed boosts in the game. I wish Probius' speed boost worked like hammers. I feel like it's so ridiculous that, like, I understand that you lose your mount when you get hit, but it's goddamn Probius, and I hate that he loses his movement buff when he gets hit. I wish it worked like hammer. I wish it was just a short burst. Whatever. I don't know why, but that is like the most tilting thing to me. I think Probius can be good in the right hands. I mean, any hero can be good in the right hands. I feel like that's such a detriment to him because he's so gankable because of that. Like I think a lot of Hammer players bank on the fact that if they get into a hairy situation, they smash Z and get away. Whereas Probius goes, well, I hit Z, I got auto-attacked 1.5 seconds later, guess I'm dead. Who are the free heroes this week? I do not know. I can look for you right now. Once I log into HOTS. Apparently it kicked me back out. Blizzard hates me. Choose outcome. No, she did not complete the quest. It was incomplete at the end there. So, incomplete quest. Alright, I think that's where I was in rank points. Free heroes this week. Is there a filter by that? Is there a filter by free? It doesn't look like it. Muradin, Lunara, Jaina, Nazebo Zul, Ragnaros, Tyrande, Orphea, Zarya, Uther. I think that's it. Something like that. I could screenshot and throw in Discord if you'd like. Oh, where'd you go? There we go, just in case you want that. Alrighty, let's update our scores. Let's run a block of ads, and we'll go ahead and get into map number 2 once the ads are done. No, I don't need that. Players are on the same sides. You'd love to see it. Thanks for checking in. Only drafted 4 heroes. Very confusing choice, in my opinion, but you know what? They can do them. Let's see what we got for level 1s. If there's, call me when Murky is free. I want to be a DJ and become a quick match only Murky. But wait, but if you level up all of those other characters, you can have enough gold to buy Murky, and then you don't have to wait for till he's free. I miss the old days of HOTS when we had teams like MVP Black and Dignitas. Those games are exciting to watch. You mean you weren't excited about Tempo Storm and Cloud9? Who was it that it was Tempo Storm, right? Who at the last BlizzCon with HOTS, they were losing their best of whatever, and it was like Volskaya Foundry, and they drafted like Samuro Murky Abathur or something stupid. And I remember like looking at that draft and being like, Cattle doesn't want to do this anymore. Cattle's done playing. Like, I'll never forget that draft. Like, I was doing something with Heroes Hype. I think I was videotaping Vipey doing Orphea, like he was doing Orphea play at like one of the station things, like he was live streaming, so I was getting photos for that, for Heroes Hype. And I remember watching that on another monitor, and I remember seeing that and just being like, they're done. They don't want to play this anymore. What is this draft? It's a horrible draft. It's horrible. F? F what? F what? I've only dropped another 98 frames. Which is like nothing. 98 frames is nothing compared to the 7,998 frames I have dropped. Yeah, there's probably some hiccups today. There's going to be some hiccups today. I would recommend F5ing your stream, realistically. My first HOTS tournament was against Team Snowflake and had notorious SC2 clear Hydra. I don't know them. It was so much fun. I played in Chair League, and I got so anxious that I had acid reflux kicking up into the back of my throat. I am not a competitive player. I get way too nervous. I get way too stressed out. I am not one to play competitively for a team. That is why I cast. I like my little casting bubble. We hang out. We have a good time. I struggle my way through Storm League, but I don't care about my rank. Alrighty, there's another Orphea, but let's not do that. Let's do a Stormcaller. Let's see if Rhaegar can finish Stormcaller by the end of the game. How about that? Stormcaller's got 300 stacks, so... does Rhaegar fully stack level 1 quest? Yes, 300 and done. No, we'll just say, yes, completed quest. That's not how you spell completed. No incomplete quest. I can't type or talk today, man. Man, dangle. Alright. Is known to rage quitting against an army of illusion Protoss units. Oh, do you cast nets? No, I'm not a good fisherman. Do you have any insight on when NA is going to do their tourney? I heard Kira mention something about an NA tourney this year. I haven't heard anything. I'm probably out of the loop on it, as I am in everything in HOTS. I like to say, Spontaneous, that I have circled the bowl of notoriety when it comes to Heroes of the Storm. And I'm not even, like, this isn't me, like, downplaying myself. Like, I know I have, like, moderate notoriety. I've done some stuff. But, like, I've always circled the bowl. And this is my example. I worked for Heroes Hype. I did editing. I did the HGC Open Division Minute, if you remember that, because there was the HGC Minute with Lana Bashinsky. And I did the Open Division, so I did that awkwardly, horribly. I did so bad because I had never done anything like that. And I had no coaching. They just kind of threw it at me, and they were like, do it. I also did Open Division casting, but you had to like fight for a spot, and also you were on the Open Division B stream, because the A stream was Solid Jake, who doesn't care about HOTS, just kidding. You have Solid Jake, you had Solid Jake and Kala were doing that, and then we were the B stream. Yeah, that was, yeah. I worked my butt off. And keep in mind, when I was doing all of that, I was still working full-time as an engineer. I was still, like, I would literally work all day and then do casting for HOTS. And, like, I was just trying. And then as I started getting, my foot in the door with Open Division, and I was being requested to be on the B stream more often. I think I almost got to the A stream one time. I think, like, Kala or Solid Jake was, like, unable to do it. I can't remember. And then, of course, HGC got canceled. So, and then HGC got canceled, there was the TESPA Collegiate Series, and I did that. And instead of hiring the dude who had been casting the entire season, they hired Solid Jake, because he had on-camera experience at LAN events. Or he has a friend at ESPN. Go with the latter of that. Let's see. So then that happened. That died. We had CCL. That got pretty popular. And then Flush. So, circled the bull. Circled the bull. And is the bummer of it, but it is what it is. Casters who don't care about the game are the best casters. CCL was great. CCL was, I put so much of myself into that, and it was such a bummer. But you know what? I'm glad it happened. I'm glad I got to experience it. I'm bummed that it's no longer here, but you know what? We look forward. We look forward. We can be sad about the past, but we look forward to the future in hopes of amazing stuff with Stormgate and maybe some Heroes of Storm community tournaments. But let's get into it. We ran ads, all that good stuff. Thank you for listening to my story about nothing. Let's get into it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the best of 3 series we've got here between the members of Slow to Start Then Taper Off versus Thanks for Checking In. My name is Bahamut. This is Division A of Nexus Gaming Series. And as always, I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the last game, but if you're watching here on Twitch, be sure to follow. If you're watching over on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe as we do throw these up on YouTube. We don't do any sort of spoil. I tried to do some spoiler-free and editing with these, and I was like, you know what? They're just going to throw them straight from Twitch onto YouTube for ease. And just save myself a little bit of editing time. But we do have a gamble going on right now. Rhaegar is going to go into Stormcaller level 1. There are 300 stacks, so each time Lightning Shield damages an enemy hero. Permanently increase Rhaegar's health by 2 and mana by 1, stacking to 300 times. So, will this be done by the end of the game or not? That's as simple as that. Thank you, Ashmantle, for the gamble. I do regret that I didn't do more Stormgate content while it was in the last beta phase, but with the spine issue and stuff, I was just trying to focus on simple stuff for the stream. We focused a bit more on HOTS because, well, I missed a few days. I missed like a week of stream as well because I was laying on a floor in pain and I was running reruns. So, anyways, we get into Gordon of Terror, map number 2, in our first best of 3 of the day. Potential gank onto Slice here in bottom here. Ooh, good combo from a Nubarak. Concussion Mine does not save. And first blood will, second kill. Missed the first blood there already. Second kill will go over to the side of Slow to Start Then Taper Off, who are warmed up quite a bit here. And that Rhaegar is gonna need to smack onto enemy heroes, but of course we're probably gonna see a lot of stackage around the objective phasing for that Stormcaller. Until then, it's gonna be grab some camps and buff up these lanes. And try and close the small experience gap that has formed. It's going to be 600 extra experience to the enemy team. Let's see if that is going to be managed. And I'm already out of tea. Oh, I have chugged this down. Did forget to introduce our teams, though. We got a Hogger, Thrall, Nubarak, Malfurion, Orphea for the side of Slow to Start Then Taper Off. Thanks for checking in with the Blaze, Rhaegar, Dragoon, Diablo, and Junkrat. Arsenal Synergy level 1 for the Phoenix. Let's see, Shadow Exoskeleton. We've got the Frostwolf Pack. Hogger going trait build. Orphea looks like she's going... I think this is the same build Fenrir has done in the past. Full Stormcaller for Rhaegar here. So the bear heals for 20%, while Lightning Shield is damaging an enemy. The bear also gains 10% movement speed. So nice way to stick on top of enemy heroes. Diablo comes in with a Fire Stomp, looking to pick up a few souls with that Soul to Flame level 4. Hogger managing things in top. Real big deal is going to be discovered here in the rotation. Psycho and Phoenix here will be able to take them down. Rhaegar able to get that bite on the butt and pick up a good chunk of stacks. 10 total as Fenrir gets poked at in front of the front gate. Still a bit of gamble time if you are interested or would like to throw some points on this if you have been swayed from the first 3 minutes of the game. Valk with the channel. First seed goes over to the members of Thanks for Checking In. Alrighty. Map beginning, or the beginning of map 2 here, looking a little different. Not as dominant from Thanks for Checking In, but it does not look like they're faltering from that map 1 loss or the couple kills early on. Phoenix coming in here, trying to poke at Real Big Deal. Concussion Mine splits the enemies, but it doesn't seem like there's any sort of follow-up off that Concussion Mine. Psycho gets chunked here. Fenrir steps in. Diablo mounted. Looks to go for the... Looks for the overpower. Unfortunately, Orphea is able to back away. The root from Malfurion denies. That's the end of that threat. 7 talents here going to be picked up by Blaze and top. Second seed in the top center of the map. Looking like a neutral position. Could go over to the side of Thanks for Checking In. As Hogger gets a staggering blow. Takes out all the shielding on this Phoenix. Meanwhile, Jet Propulsion rounds the trash. And I do believe 0 Day attack is going to be bopped here just before the objective. That's going to be a good chunk of souls for Diablo as well. A new Brack Impale being thrown in. Blaze in a rough spot. Does he have Pyromania? Not sure, but he does have that level 1 Adrenaline Stim Pack to activate, and he'll be able to get on out safely. As we are a 10th of the way through those stacks for Psycho here. Fenrir getting pushed around. Concussion Mine will be able to pull Thrall out of position. Jet Propulsion from Blaze goes in. Root from Malfurion thrown down on the ground. Fenrir getting low, but it looks like she'll be able to float away. Orphea not taken down. As Diablo goes in on a Nubarak once again with a combo. Chattering Teeth connect onto the Hogger as a Nubarak engages once again. The Root from Malfurion catches Valk, who seems like they might be in a bad spot. Storm Shield thrown onto Valk, and there's an overpower. Shadow Charge into the wall. Phoenix blinks in. 0 Day being delayed out by the Junkrat frag launcher grenades. Root from Malfurion thrown down. A Nubarak burrows in, following up that CC. Valk with 500-something HP, but it seems like there's enough from the Fire Stomps and the Rhaegar chain healing to keep this Diablo alive. The fight does continue around the second objective. A lot of low health bars on the right-hand side of our screen. And Poppin' Fresh almost getting popped by Orphea with her Dread. Junkrat tries to delay once again. He will not be punished. Just taking a bit of damage, but let's cycle through those other numbers because we have 10 talent tiers coming through at the top of your screen in a moment, and that was a nice, long engagement. Alright, so good engagement. I keep checking if I have tea, and I know I don't, but I keep checking in case some will magically appear in the cup. Maybe just one more sip will appear. Alright, well you can see it's 2-2 in kills, but there's nearly double the experience from later game kills, as it's 600 to 1,134. Diablo looking to get some decent damage onto Real Big Deal, but I don't see a potential kill between Blaze and Diablo onto a Thrall, and Diablo, he gets souls, and they're gonna be spent, I do believe. Oh, unfortunate. A little too much aggression in bottom lane, and not a quick enough rotation from, well, I mean, realistically, and there's no rotation to be expected. Slice and Chandro were in top lane area getting this camp. Rhaegar, I think, was grabbing Siege Giants. No, he was rotating in, actually, to the fight. But he was just way too far away. Either way, Diablo and friends are at 10. We've got Crushing Jaws for the Orphea, Tranquility, Malfurion, Cocoon, a Nubarak, Sundering Thrall, and Shockwave for our Hogger, as the opposing side, Riptire, Salvo, Ancestral Healing Bunker, Lightning Breath, and I think I said Bunker Outie. Salvo goes out. It's stunned out by a Nubarak. Sundering from Thrall thrown into the enemy team as well. Lands a Root or 2. Frostwolf Pack at level 4 for Thrall. Incomplete. Currently sitting on 2 stacks. Crushing Jaws pulls in a few. Ancestral Healing self-cast onto Psycho. The Lightning Breath is pretty good. The Salvo comes through, getting some extra damage from the Lightning Breath slow. Chasing in onto Malfurion. The sustained damage is pretty decent. Xenochrist is chunked, but not taken down. Cleanse onto Phoenix allows the Dragoon to back away. Hogger pushes up top a little bit more. Another seed spawning here, top right of the map. Orphea will be back in play for this. I wonder, do they give the seed and look to rush towards 13 talent tier? It is on the enemy side of the map, so its positioning is better for Thanks for Checking In. Oh, my apologies. Thrall goes down in bottom, and definitely seems now they'd be giving this away, though a Nubarak is looking to make a counterplay happen. Valk low, throwing a Fire Stomp out to try and heal up a bit off the enemies and pick up souls. Does get a few of those minion souls, as it's 53 for Diablo, and that seed's up and available. I think this is going to be given. Once again, I grab my teacup. There's nothing in there. I just keep hoping. So Blaze and Hogger will still soak against each other in top. Phoenix zoning. And Slice gets the channel uninterrupted. 114 stacks for the Rhaegar, so rounding here. Third of the way through those stacks, not too bad. Well, I guess more than a third. Oh, Hogger could be threatened here. 0 Day Jet Propulsion out from Blaze. Might have been a miss hit there. Rhaegar jumps in. Concussion Mine is not going to get the... Oh my, what? Mid-cast, is there... What's the windup after... That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Mid 0.5 second animation or channel. Diablo gets the overpower, puts it on a 10 second, and puts Hogger on a longer death timer. Or I guess a longer timer in general. Well, it's 2 out of 3 for seeds on both sides. Thanks for checking in, or slow to start then taper off. One of these two teams will be finding a Garden Tear in their favor, though. Top lane, Thrall is dead. Looking pretty promising for the members of Thanks for checking in for that seed. Granted, a lot of people are top lane, and there's no one in bottom to delay this out, or not really to delay this out. Diablo doesn't have enough health to delay this out. They're gonna give the seed after getting... What? I don't know about this call. I mean, I know Junkrat and Thrall are both dead, but I feel like it's pokeable. Well, either way, all right. Garden Terror goes over to the side of slow to start then taper off. We'll see how things work out here. The bunker was called down by Blaze to try and tank more tower shots and take down top lane fort. Does not look like it will fall. Unfortunately, Thanks for checking in, should lose their top lane fort. Nubarak not landing the burrow, throwing in the impale. Immediate clear onto the overgrowth plant from Psycho. Salvo interrupted by Thrall. 10-second cooldown for that one. Riptire from Junkrat to clear the wave and push back the enemy. Top lane fort, as I mentioned, is going to fall here. The bottom lane Garden Terror cleared up by Diablo and saves his fort. He might not, actually. There's some minions down there, but we'll focus on that later. Poppin' Fresh gets the Ancestral in time. Tranquility activated by this Malfurion, and Diablo seems like he's saving bottom for the time being. It's not as low as it seemed, and the top lane Garden Terror needs to be cleared out as it's very, very healthy. They might just let Keep take care of that. Oh no, the bottom fort's gone. There's no way they can save this. Hogger's gonna poke into it. He'll have enough damage. Nubarak, though, is gonna find an impale onto one. Rhaegar's the first to fall in this engagement. Orphe is done with her level 7 questing talent. Still didn't finish out the first. Phoenix is gonna be out of the cocoon. And the Dread pokes at the players around the bunker. Nubarak burrows in, trying to re-engage. Takes out the bunker. Dead at Rhaegar for the next 20 minutes. 0 day. Getting some good engagement here on the right side of bottom lane. Unable to go further than that. It's 5 to 6 in kills, and we'll see 16 talent here for both teams soon. Slow to start, then taper off, though, with the lead here in the map, as they've taken down 2 structures on the enemy side. Pinging for mid, maybe angling, dangling to take down this mid lane fort and find Pier out of catapult pressure in all 3 lanes. Junkrat, Concussion Mine, able to get away. He's full Chattering Teeth build. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Phoenix is dead. Steel Trap build, that's what I was trying to remember. Anyways, 16 talent here, 6 to 6 in kills. It's, no Phoenix for 25 seconds. Root onto Diablo, short distance impale, as well as the oh wait, hold on, and the burrow charge. Xenochrist tanking a bit of damage. Crushing Jaws from Orphea pull a few in. Bunker activated by Blaze. Looks like Xeno's able to get out. Meanwhile, though, Hogger in bottom lane pushes up some Siege Giants. He'll have an easy disengage. Junkrat will get a dismount, but, I mean, as I said, he's got that bounce off the sidewall. And the next seed will spawn here on the top left of the map. Positioning is looking good for slow to start then taper off. And I kind of would like to see, thanks for checking in, just give this and manage their waves. I mean, they could maybe poke over the wall with Diablo, but even then, that's kind of risky. Just give this over, push out your waves, try and get a little bit of control on the map, and then look for a good team fight. Yeah, I would love for them to just run away from team fights here. Salvo, Lightning Breath, there's that combo. Fenrir getting chunked to 50%. Jet Propulsion to engage from Blaze. Does not get the hit they're looking for. Riptire will chase down. No, it won't. It's actually going to be cleared out before the activation of the explosion. Malfurion Tranquility does go out. There was a cocoon onto the Phoenix, and that's the end of the engagement. Riptire, Lightning Breath, and Salvo spend Cocoon and Tranquility in the trade. So 3 for 2, favoring the side of slow to start then taper off as Diablo uses a minion to shadow charge into this top lane. Might have been looking to close the distance onto 0 Day. Poppin' Fresh getting chunked. Ancestor healing up in 4 seconds.
Shouldn't you be gathering that?
Meanwhile, Thrall, he's soloing the objective, and I don't think there's going to be anyone to delay him out outside of the sappers around objective area. Goodbye, Anubarak. Hey! Well, different game, but Orphea finishes out her level 1 questing talent. 2 out of 3 seeds to the side of slow to start then taper off as Thrall has finished that out. They've lost their Anubarak, but I mean, they still had some push in the map. Structures are still looking good. Junkrat's going to poke a little bit in top lane with a few frag launcher grenades. I'm looking to actually take this down in top. Diablo's going to tank a few tower shots here, so they can get this and find periodic catapult pressure in top. Real Big Dill might have been scouted there. Doesn't matter. They take down Fort in the top lane as a bottom bruiser camp will be grabbed. Oh, it's 18 apiece. Let's cycle through the other numbers. 185 stacks, by the way, for Rhaegar's level 1 for the Stormcaller, if you are wondering. Bottom lane has a decent archer wave, and the catapult as well. As catapults fixate onto structures. The archers will, if there's a minion line that came in here, they would move over to the minions. But decent damage in this bottom lane. Blaze has cleared that out. Seed here, top center of the map. I don't think they want to give over another Garden Terror phase. I don't think Thanks for Checking In want to give over another one. Heroic-wise, everything but Ancestral is up. 25 seconds on Ancestral will be up around the 16-minute mark in-game time. Staggering Blow combo onto Valk here. Riptire from Junkrat. Diablo does have full souls. You can see his soul stone underneath his icon. Salvo going out. Gets some tickle. Tickles the toes of the enemy. I think when I bashed my shin against my bedpost, I think it did more damage than that salvo. Jet Repulsion from Blaze, the Lightning Breath from Diablo. There's a Sundering from Thrall on the low side. The Crushing Jaws will be coming through. Phoenix is doing their best. The Ancestor Healing will be called down onto Phoenix, who does jump inside the bunker. The auto attacks are being supplied, trying to take down 0 Day, who's getting a little bit low, but Anubarak saves the moment with a big burrow charge impale. Orphea poking in as well. Now, Hogger looking to bounce back in, looking for maybe another CC staggering blow up against the wall. Psycho so low, does not go down. It's actually Orphea picked off here. Blaze traded. Diablo needs more fire stomps, and for those of you that are counting on that level 1 for Rhaegar, he's jumped all the way to 248 stacks and rising during this engagement. A good stat, like 70 or some stacks have been picked up here. Thrall is done with his level 4. Xenochrist low, but the follow-up CC from the Shockwave will connect. Psycho with 100 and something HP is gonna jump back in. Fire Stomps are pretty good from Diablo. Sustained damage onto Real Big Dill from Phoenix is getting great value here, but it's just so many low members. Diablo goes in for another Shadow Charge, looking for these Fire Stomps to get some healing, but Valk does go down. Psycho, I think, is gonna get chunked here. And Sundering from Thrall goes out. It won't connect. 284 stacks on the Rhaegar, as I believe Phoenix is dead in top lane. Woo-wee! Woo-wee! $11 to 9 in kills, favoring the side of slow to start the taper off as the Riptire from Junkrat comes through for mid, and that is used to clear the wave, or at least try and clear things out. He's got Cannonballs level 20, Rewind on Anubarak. We also see the Power Spike for Hogger, Serenity on Malfurion, Engulfing Oblivion on that Orphea. We have Fortified Bunker Blaze, Singularity Charge on the Phoenix. Thrall holding level 20. The Hogger is going to be interrupted again. That's the second time Valk gets the overpower deny onto that Shadow Charge, or onto the Shockwave. At least that I caught. There was one in top lane and one in this mid lane. That's just so cool. Not easy to do, but really nicely done. Hogger dead for 40 something. Phoenix up in 3. Garden Terror in bottom lane is cleared out. Garden Terror in top is approaching the keep, and it looks like all keeps will be safe for the time being. Though I wonder if, as the top is going to be defended, if there's going to be a call to go bottom and try and take this down. Granted, Blaze is... He's going to be trying to, he's going to be managing mid, and then, yeah, bottom is going to go down because Nubrek has beetles that will tank tower shots. Oh, no, they're gonna rotate back down onto this. They want to try and make something happen here. Trying to make something happen. Rhaegar inside the cocoon. Phoenix gonna break him out. Sundering from Thrall has the World Breaker level 20. Malfurion activates the Tranquility. Storm Shield from Rhaegar. Elemental Conduit, I think, is that? Yeah. 296 stacks. Believers? Believers feeling pretty good. Unless Rhaegar gets one shot before he can cast a W, and then the enemy ends the game. Unless that happens. But, I mean, that would never happen, right? That would never happen, right? Heroes don't just explode in Heroes of the Storm. I've never been casting and I blink and then someone's deleted. A lot of camps being pushed into lanes here. 2 out of 3 seeds still to the side of thanks for checking in, as the next seed will be spawning here in the bottom left. Looks like they're going to grab this camp and, well, they're going to lose their bottom lane keep. How quickly are the hearts coming out? Immediately.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Oh no, it's just Diablo. Never mind.
Seed is set to sprout.
Alright, we're just waiting here in mid to see how things start out. A Nubrek with the burrow charge in. Jet Propulsion answers, or Blaze answers with the Jet Propulsion. Orphea goes down. Psycho's done with that level 1 questing talent. Rhaegar's done, who's inside the cocoon. Broken out immediately. Ancestor healing onto the Diablo as another Fire Stomp coming out. We do have Arlu very split on this Malfurion trying to get away. We've got top lane camps approaching. We've got bottom lane camp going. Is it going to be pulled to the left-hand side far enough to get shots onto that mid lane keep? I don't think it will. Nubrek goes and manages top. Blaze back here for bottom. And hey, the members of Thanks for checking in are going to get themselves a Gordon Terror. All right, Garden Terror phase to our blue squad, or our red squad. Granted, this one's so far back. It won't be losing health over time. It only loses health when it attacks something. As you can see, that little bar on the bottom right of your screen hasn't moved as it's been moving down the lane, but once it attacks that minion wave, it will start to naturally lose HP on top of tanking shots and such. Top keep is saved with about 75% of its HP, maybe about 80. Mid lane being run down. Malfurion applying some healing before they go in. Moonfires to poke at the enemy team. 11-11 in kills. This could be a push to end the game and take us to a map number 3. As the Garden Terror in bottom lane is approaching the midpoint of the map. Top and mid have already been cleared out. Good concussion mine poke. Nubrek goes in for the Impale Burrow Charge, pops the Rewind, looking for the Chain CC onto Shandara here, who will not be able to get Salvo out, and that's Phoenix going down. 60-some seconds to go on that death timer as Rhaegar's inside the cocoon. 3 seconds to go on an Ancestral. No one needs it. He actually is going to need it here, and Psycho does not get it cast in time. And I do believe Diablo is going to go down. Does he have souls? He does. Bottom fort did go down to the Garden Terror, which expires right here. But that was 3 technically dead. Diablo's back up. So it's 3 members to defend. A Junkrat, Diablo, Blaze to defend their core. I don't think they look for triple keep. Oh, wait, there's a camp to grab. What are you guys doing? Stop! Stop! You guys gotta get a camp! If this was my Storm League game, my teammates would be like, oh, there's 3 still alive. We can't end. We're all alive. It's 14-11 in kills, 23 minutes in. We can't end because I watched Hazuab's not end once, and obviously his experiences are the same as mine. Blaze is gonna fall here. Zeno jumps back in. This is looking like the beginning of the end, though. I have had some very fun Storm League games as a healer. Because in those situations as a healer, you're like, I guess we just lose the game. I guess we just lose the game that we were supposed to win. Sundering from Thrall going out once again, focusing on to Psycho, but this defense is just not going to be enough. Xeno's actually still ending right now. No, it's a real big deal, and 0 Day helping out as well. GG, well played. Map number 2 goes over to slow to start, taper off. They take the series 2-0. Choose outcome. Yes. Completed quest. My incredible point-losing streak continues. It's not so much a point-losing streak as it is a... You are spreading the economy. You are making sure that those who do not have channel points have some channel points to then put back into the mix. It's a car wreck again.
Somebody, please get this man a
Sub. Lard, thank you for the tier 1 gifted sub to Spontaneous. Spontaneous, welcome back to